Welcome back to the channel. More details of the FIFA World Cup AI League emerge, ecosystem updates galore, including the Seekers and Project Tempus, plus a whole bunch more. This is Into the Futureverse, and today is Thursday, the 10th of November of 2022. Now give that like button a bunnies up, and let's get into it. Okay team, let's dive into things. Today we're going to start off with Project Tempus, which appears to be a community-run graphic novel. The Project Tempus website has now launched at projecttempus.xyz, and it now has a countdown timer and appears to be launching in just 25 days. And Project Tempus has job applications open looking to recruit thingies to help them create beautiful art. Following the link takes you to a news page where there is a help needed advertisement. A beacon has activated through time itself, a call for aid, a call for a trusted companion to venture into the grand archives, where the librarians are looking to recruit thingies to help them with their work. Who better to help than the most remarkable artists the universe has ever seen? The thingies, creatures with the prowess and precision to build entire worlds from their imaginations. The thingies appear almost destined to work in unison with the librarians. With secrets and hidden rooms around every corner, the anointed thingy should feel quite at home, flexing the creative spirit as they build in unison with the librarians. One to write the story and the other to expand the worlds of legend. Get your thingy's masterpieces ready, as the World Architect position is soon becoming available. Does your thingy have what it takes to create new worlds? Fill out your application here. Following through on the application, you are prompted with a series of questions, including the name of your thingy, your wallet address, and the backstory of your thingy, and some examples of its artwork. The final question asks you which worlds you are most excited to explore and create with your thingy, which makes me think there could be up to 9 thingies selected, one for each world type, or maybe there'll be multiple for each world. Who knows? It's also unclear what benefit a selected thingy's owner would receive, but I'm sure there's some extra gamification and incentives here. Next up, the FIFA World Cup AI League page has updated, and there's some juicy details hidden within it. There is now extra information detailing the role of the All-Stars. The AI All-Stars are street footballers who originate from an untapped pool of red-hot talent. These players had been left to wander the streets, free to express themselves and find their true identities. Now they're hardwired to play with flair, creativity, and an infectious passion for the game. Hyper-talented and with energy to burn, the AI All-Stars have the potential to make it to the very top. They just need the right manager to unite their team, unleash their collective power, and turn rough diamonds into a squad of shining stars. The AI All-Stars will be watching closely as you, a new breed of manager, take your shot at the big time. Show how well you know the beautiful game by predicting FIFA World Cup matches, create your team of collectible street footballers, and compete in the AI League. There's also further details around the AI League game itself, which will be launching post-completion of the World Cup. As the sun sets on the action in Qatar, it will be time to turn your attention towards a new dawn in the football gaming world, the AI League. Come back to this site after the tournament finishes. You'll be prompted to log in and create your team of 4 fully customized digital collectibles. Once you've scored your team, it'll be time to compete in the new Metaverse AI Football Manager game. See you on the streets. Delving into the details under the About page reveals that there's actually going to be 2 modes of play, essentially 2 different games by the sounds of things. This is on top of the prediction game. There's something for every football fan with plenty of spellbinding modes to explore. League mode features the tactical style of play you'd expect from a cutting-edge football manager game, while the fast-paced football mayhem minigame lets you get in on the action and play alongside your AI characters. Sounds pretty cool. Having a more casual gaming experience in the minigame might be a nice way to retain players and encourage them to graduate to the league mode. And furthermore, hidden towards the bottom of the page is a link to the technical area, which introduces new users on the concepts of self-sovereignty, a team you can actually own, how your players are powered by artificial intelligence, the concept of decentralization and open metaverse gaming, and how Web3 is the future of the internet, an open internet, which puts the power into the hands of individuals rather than corporations. Finally, the altered state machine is introduced. I think they've done a good job here of breaking down some of these technical concepts in an easy to understand fashion without being too daunting or scaring off new users. The vast majority of people will never find this part of the site and won't even realize that the game is underpinned by blockchain technology. At the end of the day, we want this to be as invisible as possible, although transparency is important for those people who want to learn more. One thing to keep in mind is we might start to see a lot of new faces coming into our Discords, both friends and foes. The broader gaming community seems to be anti-Web3 and NFTs with a passion, but the best way forward is to educate and help them understand the powers of this technology. Otherwise, what are we even here for? Now, there has been some early feedback from our community about how they can make this an even better experience. NFT Bro rightly pointed out that we can make this even better with incentivized referral systems, and better functionality around adding friends. Aaron McDonald responded that basically these features were being worked on and are all in progress, so expect to see more updates as we get closer to the launch of the World Cup in just 9 days' time. Also, the marketing should increase significantly, especially in the 48 hours prior to the World Cup beginning, when interest is at its peak. A Discord has been created just for the FIFA World Cup AI League, and it already has about 700 members, so that's a pretty good start with basically no marketing as yet. Before I continue, if you are new to the channel, hi, welcome, I'm Jerry, host of Into the Futureverse, where I cover alpha and updates on all things Fluff World and the Futureverse ecosystem. And if you enjoy this content, consider supporting the channel by smashing that like button, hitting subscribe, and hitting the notifications bell so you get all my videos in a timely fashion. Shara Senderoff, the co-founder of the Futureverse, put out this cryptic tweet showing a golden ring painted on her fingernail. This set off the rumour mill spinning. Maybe something involving Lord of the Rings is coming, which makes some sense given its relationship with the Weta Workshop. Another angle, are these golden rings representative of those that we saw in the classic Sega video game, Sonic the Hedgehog? Imagine that, a collaboration with the iconic gaming studio Sega. A few months ago, there were strong hints of a potential merger and acquisition with a gaming house. Maybe this has something to do with it. Certainly one to keep an eye on. It's making me quite nostalgic just thinking about it. Could you imagine Sonic the Hedgehog with play and earn functionality built in, where the earn side is derived from the actual usage of a layer 1 blockchain, the root network, and not just an inflationary token? It has the potential to be game-changing. While on the subject of the root network, the first Seeker node has successfully been deployed over on the root network. And along with this news is some further details and a sneak peek of the dashboard that will be used to manage your Seeker nodes. The final piece of the puzzle to be delivered in a rollout of Phase 2 incentivization. The release of the Seeker dashboard is a crucial milestone in the release of the Silo network. Phase 2 involves bootstrapping of the network through incentivization. In simple terms, this means we will be rewarding Seeker node operators with Silo for providing their services to the network. Benefits to look forward to in Phase 2 are the ability to run Seeker nodes, earn Silo rewards, and be part of the crew that brings the Silo network online on the root network. The central hub for interacting with your Seekers. Initial functionality will be focused around connecting with your Seeker in a more immersive way, activation of your chosen Seeker as a node, and the ability to delegate stake toward a fellow Seeker's node for those who prefer to rally around friends. Could be quite cool to see how this plays out, especially if you can stake towards a friend. Earlier in the year, I noticed a trend emerging in proof-of-stake blockchains, with a concept of incentivized staking. For instance, rather than subscribing to somebody's YouTube channel, you could pledge some of your stake towards their nodes. And in return, you could unlock premium access and utility. It's this new technology that could open up stable revenue streams for creators all over Web3. So there's a lot of potential here. Who knows, maybe one day I'll have a Futureverse pod Seeker node that you can delegate towards to help support the channel. Furthermore, more testing of the root network has been made public after this Ethereum transaction was discovered from agent FN00EU. Following the breadcrumbs left by this transaction allowed us to see that the next legend boxing character, number 4461, was the first NFT to be bridged to the root network and back to Ethereum. And looking at the OpenSea profile, we can see that the transaction was performed by Ken Vu, who's the lead full-stack developer at the SensNet team. Fellow developer Aiden Stark also made a transaction, and we can see these transactions occur on the root network blockchain explorer. So hopefully we'll start to see the incentivized phase of the testnet beginning soon. If I was a betting man, I'd say this will happen before the launch of the World Cup. Let's wait and see. The November edition of Probably Nothing, the Fluff World ecosystem monthly newsletter, also dropped, and it's full of juicy alpha. In Fluff World, our talented team has been working diligently to complete our final projects for 2022. Buzzies are getting ready for their reveal, and the Gods and Goblins pledge will be an experience like no other in the industry. When you add in party bears, dinghies, and burrows, there is certainly enough to keep us all busy. We've been working hard on Flufflets and are literally shaking to show you all a preview of them in our upcoming Futureverse trailer, which Aaron confirmed on Twitter he's reviewing final edits of, and we can expect some exciting launch partners with the Flufflets. It's been confirmed that the party packs for party bears will be launching on the root network, and we can get the party started and get you all some sweet root tokens to play with. So it sounds like bridging party bears will be incentivized with root tokens and accessing the party packs themselves. And there's also been further work done on the Burrows app. We can expect updates on the root tokens soon, and Buzzies and Gods and Goblins will be rolling out in the coming months. He highlighted how the recent Reddit avatar drop proves there is mass market appetite appetite for digital collectibles, especially when there's a focus on community and accessibility, two cornerstones of the Futureverse. Jesse Metcalf updated on the Gods and Goblins progress, with the base models established for the 7 factions, and how they'll be using the unique character generation tool, DOT, that was used in the Muhammad Ali Next Legends mint. The first faction, the Tinkers, will use an engaging creation process that will produce unique goblin forms of every taste and preference, and we can expect to see a leak of the Goblin Queen very shortly, which is a centerpiece around the goblin lore and the upcoming sacrifice. With the pledge happening soon, the goblins are close to finishing repairs on the portal, requiring only a final bounty of Void Seeker parts. Soon, they will call upon those who wish to serve the Goblin Throne to pledge their Seekers to this noble cause. I found it interesting that they specified Void Seekers. That's the Seekers with the Void background, which is a big percentage of the collection. They're more or less saying, hang on to your other Seekers, the ones with actual backgrounds. So keep that in mind when it comes to pledging your assets to appease the Goblin Queen. Those that complete the pledge and sacrifice their Seekers will earn the favour of the Goblin Queen and be rewarded with ancient goblin artifacts of unimaginable power. The influence of the goblins is already beginning to seep into the Third Kingdom, with their darkness corrupting the Thingies creations over Halloween. What other dastardly effects will these creatures have on our world? The team has also been hard at work with updates of the Burrows, the Buzzies, the impending launch of MNTGE, which is spearheaded by prominent people from the fashion and music industries. To find out more about MNTGE, I dropped a deep dive video a couple of weeks ago, and it'll be linked at the end of this video. If you're an Atom Car Club holder, don't forget to collect your free digital collectible celebrating the partnership with NASCAR driver Julia Landauer. Now, you will have to pay gas fees on mainnet Ethereum, so keep that in mind. The monthly newsletter is getting more in depth, with a section reserved for Web3 security and a Meet the Team interview with some of the talent working for the Futureverse. Definitely check it out. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoy this content, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and maybe consider watching one of my other videos. Bunnies up!